Hi everyone, my name is Erin Franke and I'm a junior at McAllister College studying economics and statistics. Today I'm going to present on how I learned to visualize data with Tidy Tuesday. Oops. So when the average person thinks of Tidy Tuesday, they might think of something about cleaning the house, but Tidy Tuesday is actually much more fun than that. It's a project focused in our studio and emphasizes understanding how to summarize and arrange data to make meaningful visualizations with tools, especially from the Tidyverse library. Each week, a random data set is released and you ask a question that you answer with data. Topics range from the Olympics to animal rescues and far beyond that. So I'd encourage everyone to check it out no matter what you're interested in. I started Tidy Tuesday in May 2021 when I was introduced to it in my Intro to Data Science class. I ended up liking it so much that I try to do it whenever I have time. On the left is the first Tidy Tuesday that I ever did, and it was related to Mario Kart. And throughout the presentation, I'll talk a little bit about ways to make this visualization better. So when I first started doing Tidy Tuesdays, I didn't have that much experience. I mostly just knew how to do bar charts and line graphs. These are, even though they're pretty simple, these are often the best way to portray data though, due to their simplistic nature and ability to get the point across. One tip that I learned early on is that you can manually choose the fill or line color of your graph with scale fill manual or scale color manual. Functions in R. R also has a great package that makes plots colorblind friendly, which is definitely important as well. Oops. So soon though, after using bar charts and line graphs, I expanded my horizons to this fun dumbbell plot. I never used dumbbell plots before, but I found them great for comparing two different years, such as this one compares park rankings between 2020 and 2012 and 2020 for 10 different cities. A couple of aesthetics tips in this plot that I learned are that you can move the title to the left and change the background color, as well as get rid of grid lines, and these all kind of fall within the theme argument when creating plots in R. So I also learned one of my favorite types of plots, which is density plots with GG ridges. GG ridges allows you to compare multiple density plots without necessarily laying them one on top of the other. The plot below shows when some countries gained independence from the Allied powers. But one important thing to notice is that from density plots alone, you can't really tell how many countries are gaining this independence. So after looking more into the data, you can use annotate to write directly on the plots. So for example, we can see now that after the Soviet Union collapsed, about 13 countries gained independence from the Soviet Union. And you can do this with the annotate function, and you can change the location, label, font, size, color of the text. You can also draw an arrow with geom curve. That's pretty fun. Having learned several types of plots, I learned how to nicely lay them out using patchwork, and this can create a nice summary of the data if multiple plots are required to answer a question. I also learned some of my favorite tools in R, which are mapping and animation. When trying to compare a quantitative variable across time for several groups, such as states, it can get messy pretty fast with something like a line graph. So animating across time with a chloropleth map is visually appealing and a great way to see patterns in the data. Challenging myself in Tidy Tuesdays has taught me so much, and I constantly find myself looking back on code to make visualizations on my own research for classes and for fun, such as in the fruit picking graph below on the left. I also uploaded my code to GitHub and labeled it, and that has made it really easy to just go back and find code quickly to relearn from. This project wouldn't exist without the support that I've gotten at McAllister, and I would especially like to thank my Intro to Data Science professor, Lisa Lenway, for teaching me so many of these data visualizations and for all her support. It really means so much to me. I'd also like to thank my professor, Alicia Johnson, for encouraging me to present this project, as well as my advisor, Brianna Hageseth, as well as the entire McAllister Stats Department for being like super genuinely passionate about data science and stats, because I really can't think of a better place to learn, and I'm super thankful to be a part of the community. Thank you so much. Feel free to check out my website and email me with any questions. Thank you for listening.